Hello everybody, Joe Tactical here again. In this video I wanted to share with you guys a piece of gear I've been working with for the past few days, and so far I'm pretty happy with it. What this is the Klean Kanteen 18 ounce narrow mouth water bottle. It might go by some other names like Sport Bottle or whatever, I'm not exactly sure, but it's a narrow mouth 18 ounce stainless steel water bottle. And I really like Klean Kanteen. I wish that they would make a wide mouth bottle that would be 32 ounces, but for some reason they don't. They make a 27 and then they make a 40 ounce. But I digress from that. That's not what this video is about. This bottle is actually full right now of water. As we say in the mid-Atlantic area, water. W-O-O-D-E-R. Water. But I really like the bottle for the most part, and I'm not really a narrow mouth bottle fan, but this is a little bit more compact than the wide mouth. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, I guess it didn't sell as well. They stopped selling the 18 ounce wide mouth bottle, which is a little bit shorter than this. However, and I prefer the wide mouth for most things, but what I've been using this bottle for was to be my directly drinking out of bottle. I drink bottled water. I probably go through, I don't know, a half a dozen or so bottles of water throughout each day, plus juice, different things like that. And this is what I've been drinking all my water out of, okay? And in that aspect, I'm glad it has a narrow mouth. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm strictly for the wide mouth. The wide mouth has its place, especially in survival kits, different things like that. It makes it easier if you have to get it in and out of the fire, blah, 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 blah. That doesn't really matter. But there's less bulk with this because it starts getting narrower sooner, where, and I wish I had it right here to just show you guys quick, but even though the wide mouth is a little bit shorter, it's probably like to here or something, I don't remember, to here, it still maintains the width to the very top of it. Now yes, you can combat this with a flat cap, and that shortens it a little bit, but you can do the same with this as well if you wanted to. So this actually has less bulk if you had to stuff it in a pack or something like that, which I don't really have to do for the role that this, is performing with me. But it's really nice to how, you grab it and your finger just kind of naturally wants to go right there, and then you drink it. I also wanted to share with you guys the measurements as far as this goes, because I know sometimes when you look at measurements online, especially if you can't see this in person and you want to order it, I want to try to help you specifically if that's what you're looking for. I also want to show you guys the lid and how I'm really impressed with the lid. Alright, so let's check out the size, and these measurements are going to be exact, but you can see how I'm measuring it and kind of do your own math as well. Alright, now I'm going to retain this with my finger down here so that way it is as accurate as it can be. Okay, so I'm going to put that there, and it starts getting thick around the 5.5 inch mark, give or take. Alright, and the diameter is about 2 7/8. So this, again, it's not 100% accurate, but that's what it is. And what I do is when I give you a measurement, it's actually a little less, slightly less than 2 7/8, but that little bit of room is going to make it fit, because if it's the exact size, you're trying to put it in like a pouch or something like that, you're going to have a lot of problem with friction, or you can have a lot of problem with friction. So if I give you a measurement, just know it's a little bit on the bigger side. So if that measurement would fit, chances are, don't quote me on this, but chances are the measurement I give you, if you have that same amount of space to put this bottle in, or any other gear, it should work. Now the neck of it looks to be about 1 7/8. Again, it's slightly smaller than that, but that's a good reference to go by. Okay, so The overall height of it is 8 inches and 7/8. Okay, now if you were to open this cap, which I'm not really going to do because it has fluid in it right now, that would give you a little bit higher of a footprint, and it would probably be, you could say 9 inches. Okay, so if you had a pouch that was 9 inches by 3 inches, you would be more than good. Okay, so that's, you know, unless something weird's going on. All right, so this has an unusual but useful cap on it. Okay, this has a nipple that you pull up, and then it opens the valve so you're able to drink from it, and then you can shut the valve. Okay, it doesn't have a straw going down in it. It's just strictly gravity. Okay, you don't have to there's no other way I can say this, guys. You don't have to suck on the nipple to get to get the okay. You don't have to suck on the nipple to get the liquid out. Please keep the comments clean. You can make jokes on it all you want, but I know. How else can I say it? Okay. I don't know why that's so funny, but it is. Alright? But you don't have to suck on the nipple to get the liquid out. It will come out gravity fed. However, when sucking on the nipple, the liquid comes out more efficiently. Okay, so, and the reason why this could be important is if, let's say you had, if I say you have the nipple erect, is that going too far? If the nipple is in the open position and you drop it, fluid doesn't really come out. There's a little bit right there. Here, we'll solve that. Okay. It doesn't really come out forcefully, but it will come out. Now, if I close the nipple, okay, let me wipe it off here, just so you guys can see. If I close the nipple and make sure it's secure, make sure the cap's secure as well, and I do this, I would just about trust that in most situations. When would I not trust it to stay closed? Well, if you put it in your pack and something was over here, now yes, the outer diameter of this cap will protect things from like going against it and pushing it up. But if you had something diagonal or something, like if you threw this in your pack next to a Baco Laplander, not throwing the Baco under the bus because I love that saw, but if it was like diagonal and pushed up, it could make the nipple erect, and then fluid could come out accidentally. Okay? Not saying it would, and it takes a good bit of force to actually pull that up, and it feels like it locks up very securely, and then it seats down very securely as well. But would I throw this in my pack and run it, you know, like worried about is the valve going to open or not? Maybe in some situations, yes, but I like to kind of over prepare a little bit for certain things, and I wouldn't really want to. But in a pinch, if I had to, and the gear inside the pack with this was waterproof or water resistant, I probably wouldn't have a problem doing that. Okay, but something with a cap like this, more than likely you're going to want it with you. In certain situations, you might want to throw it in your pack instead of having it on the exterior mesh bottle carrying pouch. Would be if you were in real dusty conditions. And when I say dusty conditions, I don't just mean like a desert or something. I mean if you go to, like, for example, I'm a driver and I've drove dump truck and fuel trucks and different things like that. But certain situations, I'm at refineries where, or blacktop plants or something like that, and there might be dust blowing around a little bit. Not that you want to be breathing that stuff either, but you might not want to get caked in on your bottle, especially if the nipple, here we go, if the nipple is wet a little bit, things are going to be more prone to stick to that as well, and that might cause you a little bit of a problem. Also, while I'm on that subject as well, I'm worried about contamination with the nipple. Grow up. And that's kind of a concern for me, because you see, you got to touch it with your fingers. You can do it with your teeth. You can push it closed and you can open it with your teeth. So, just a simple tug on the nipple with your teeth, and I can't help myself. Okay, it's just funny. I'm trying to keep it appropriate. I'm trying, but you can access it hands-free and use your teeth. So that's just throwing that out there. As far as this carabiner thing, or like a little hook of some kind or whatever, I wouldn't really use it, because I don't like when you attach a bottle. I don't like the swing weight of how that goes. Now you could, sit this secure in a pouch of some kind, and then tether this so that way, if it were to slip out of the pouch, you would still retain it. And that, I'm all for that. I do that all the time. So just want to share it with you guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to drop me a line. Again, I'm not an expert or anything. I just wanted to share this with you guys. I was looking at it online. Luckily, I was able to get it in person so I could see it before purchase. But I wanted to share the dimensions. You saw how I measured it, so you could, make your own decision. Instead of just looking at the specs that a factory or a distributor is going to offer, I just hope that I gave you a little bit more in that. And maybe I made you laugh a little bit, or just think that I'm ridiculous or whatever. Either way, hey, it was all in good fun, right? So thank you very much for watching. It's like I always say, let's all learn from each other. Joe Tactical out. I'm thirsty.